My name is John Bolton. I have lived in Brockworth for 53 years. During that period of time, I have been chairman of Brockworth Football Club. I have been chairman of the Board of Governors of the Junior School, and I have been vice chairman of the Parish Council over that period of time. So I have made, could be a significant contribution, but a contribution towards the society of Brockworth. My first memory of Christmas was as a 5-year-old, and we were living in the city of Gloucester, the city centre of Gloucester. My father was a teacher. He taught at a local primary school, St Paul's Junior School, I think it was at the time. And the income from teaching for him and for us as a family was quite poor. We didn't have a car. He had a bike. In fact, we had an outside toilet in our house at the time. It was amazing. And to supplement his income, he worked at the prison. He was a tutor organiser at the prison. And as a 5-year-old, I can remember on Christmas Eve, my father coming back from the prison. And one of the prisoners had made a jigsaw in wood of the Union Jack. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. When my father told me a prisoner had made it there, and in fact on Christmas Day, I played with that jigsaw all day and forgot all the other presents I'd received. It meant so much to me. And also, Christmas, I was brought up in the Christian faith. I started off going to Sunday school as a very young lad. In fact, I must have been 5, 6, 7 maybe. And then graduated, if graduated is the right word, onto being a chorister in the choir at St Barnabas Church in Tuffley. And there were 3 of us brothers, I had a sister at the time, but 3 of us brothers were in the choir. I made my way up within the choir to be a head chorister. And it's quite a responsibility. Being in the choir is quite an arduous task because you've got an 8 o'clock service in the morning, you've got the 10:30 service after that, you've got a 6:30 service in the evening. Of course, you've got rehearsals during the week, especially if you're singing an anthem on a Sunday night. So you have to be fairly dedicated to be within the choir. And I can remember there was one instance in the choir as a head chorister when it was on Christmas Eve, and we were all lined up, ready to go. I was at the front because I was the head chorister. The doors opened and the choir master appeared and said to me, "John," he said, "you will sing Once in Royal David City, and bearing in mind I'm the organist, there'll be no accompaniment. You have to sing it on your own, and there will be a procession around the church. Once in Royal David City stood a lowly cattle shed, where a mother laid her baby in a manger for his bed." Because I didn't have time to have any nerves at all. So it was splendid. And my mother and father were invited. I didn't know my mother and father were going to be there. My mother and father was there because I saw them as I was processing around the church. They were there. And I sang the first verse of Once in Royal David City. Christmas means a great deal to me. First of all, it's all about Jesus Christ. That's the first thing that comes into my mind, is Jesus Christ. That is about Christmas. That's the most important thing in Christmas. And secondly, family gatherings. We have family gatherings, like most families, I would imagine, at Christmas time. But at Christmas time, it's the benefit of seeing people outside the immediate family. People that you haven't seen for a period of time. They're not necessarily coming in for a meal or anything like that, but it's just nice to see them. It's people you don't see that much, but are associated with the family. I do enjoy the family gatherings. I like a glass of port after the meal with some cheese. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy real ale, actually, but I don't think I have real ale at Christmas. It's more shorts and a glass of wine and things like that. And food, a traditional Christmas meal with turkey, roasties, and all the other vegetables to go with it. Brussels sprouts. I've never, ever liked Brussels sprouts, but actually when we were children, we were made to eat them. In fact, I can remember all the meals that we used to have. We used to sit down, but my mother used to make us eat, whether we liked them or whether we didn't, but eat all the food before we left the table. And that was it. So I used to eat Brussels sprouts, but I used to hate them. They used to ruin the meal. In fact, I used to eat the Brussels sprouts first, just to get rid of them so I could enjoy the rest of the meal. I did look it up on the internet, the actual meaning of hope. And it is the feeling of expectation and desire. And my expectation and desire, genuinely, that there is peace in this world in the foreseeable future. I would genuinely hope for that to happen. I wish you and everyone else a very, very, very Merry Christmas.